Beloved soul, welcome back to Angels Say channel, where divine insight meets divine timing. I'm so glad you're here today. I don't believe in coincidences, and neither should you, because if you found this video, there is something heaven needs you to hear. This message. Angels say someone young and rich thinks you're the missing piece. And it's you, and it's not random, it's not chance, it's not a fluke, it's divine orchestration, and you're being prepared for it in this very moment. Before we begin, I want to invite you to type this in the comments as a powerful act of faith. I receive. Declare it right now. Let the heavens hear your agreement. Let the angels mark your words. When you say, I receive, you're aligning with a higher purpose. You're stepping into the truth of what's being spoken over your life today. Go ahead and do that now. It's not just a comment, it's a covenant. And if this is your first time here, welcome home. Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the divine messages meant to guide your journey. Every word shared here is rooted in scripture, in prayer, and in divine revelation. God has been speaking, and your spirit is ready to listen. This message is not for the crowd. It's for the chosen. You are chosen. Now take a deep breath with me. You're not watching this video by accident. You've been called here, and I want to talk to you. Yes, you. Because your heart has been carrying questions. You've been wondering if you're on the right path. You've been asking if there's more. For you in this life, the angels have heard every whispered prayer, every silent tear, every moment of doubt when you wondered if anyone sees your true worth. Today, I'm here to tell you that not only are you seen, but you are being sought after. There is someone who sees what others have missed. Someone young with resources and vision has been searching for exactly what you bring to this world. This isn't about romance, though it could be. This is about divine connection, a destined meeting of souls who are meant to create something extraordinary together. Type ready in the comments if you're prepared to receive this revelation. You see, the universe doesn't make mistakes. Every talent you possess, every hardship you've overcome, every unique perspective you've gained, these weren't random. They were preparation. All the times you felt out of place, all the moments you wondered why you were different. It was because you were being shaped for a specific purpose. A purpose that someone else has been divinely guided to recognize. This young, prosperous individual has been on their own journey. They've achieved what the world considers success, financial abundance, recognition, influence. But something has been missing. They've felt it. An emptiness that no amount of worldly success could fill. A vision half complete. A dream that needs your specific light to fully illuminate. The angels have been preparing both of you, orchestrating a divine appointment that will change everything. You might be thinking, but why me? There are so many talented people in the world. That's exactly it. Your humility is part of what makes you the missing piece. Your authentic spirit, unburdened by ego, is rare and precious. The wealthy and successful are surrounded by those seeking personal gain, but your pure intentions and genuine gifts stand out like a lighthouse in darkness. Type humble. If you recognize this truth about yourself, let me tell you something important. This connection isn't about changing who you are. It's about finally being recognized for who you truly are. You won't need to diminish your light or pretend to be something you're not. In fact, it's your unfiltered authenticity that will be valued most. All those parts of yourself that you've hidden away, thinking they weren't acceptable or valuable. Those are precisely the elements that make you irreplaceable. I sense that many of you watching have been underestimated throughout your life. Perhaps you were the quiet one, the deep thinker, the one who saw things differently. Maybe your gifts weren't obvious in traditional settings. Your sensitivity might have been mistaken for weakness, your thoroughness labeled as slowness, your creativity dismissed as impractical. But what others couldn't see is exactly what this young, affluent individual will recognize immediately. There's a shift happening in the spiritual atmosphere around you. The angels are clearing pathways, removing obstacles and aligning circumstances. They're whispering your name in the right ears. They're planting thoughts of you in the mind of this person who needs what only you can offer. Divine timing is everything, and your moment is approaching. The heavens are conspiring in your favor. Type aligned if you can feel this shift already beginning. Now I want to address something important. This message isn't about waiting passively for someone to discover you. The divine works through action and readiness. This is your call to step more fully into your authentic self, to polish your gifts without diminishing your uniqueness, to be visible in the places where your destined connection can find you. The angels are creating the opportunity, but you must be prepared to walk through the door when it opens. Ask yourself, what makes me different? What perspectives do I bring that others don't? What life experiences have shaped me in unique ways? These are not flaws to be hidden. These are the very qualities that make you the missing piece. The angels want you to embrace these aspects of yourself unapologetically. Your differences aren't mistakes, they're your divine signature. I'm seeing a vision of many of you standing at the edge of a threshold. You've been holding back, playing small, afraid to be fully seen. Perhaps past rejection has made you cautious. Perhaps criticism has made you doubt your worth. But the angels are saying it's time to step forward. The person who is seeking you won't find you if you're hiding in the shadows of self-doubt. Type visible if you're ready to be fully seen. There's something powerful about being recognized. Not just seen, but truly recognized. When someone looks at you and understands the depth and value of who you are. Many of you have gone through life feeling misunderstood, like you're speaking a language others can't quite comprehend. But this connection that's coming, this person will understand your language. They'll see your vision. They'll value your perspective. It will feel like coming home after a lifetime of feeling like a stranger. The wealth aspect of this message is significant, not because material resources are the most important thing, but because they represent potential. This young, affluent individual has been blessed with resources for a reason, to bring certain visions to life, and your contribution is the essential element that will transform those resources into something meaningful and impactful. Together, you'll create something neither could accomplish alone. Some of you might be feeling resistance to this message. Perhaps you've been hurt by wealthy individuals in the past. Perhaps you've encountered those who misused their privilege and power. I understand that hesitation, but the angels want you to know that not all prosperity comes with corruption. Some souls have been entrusted with abundance precisely because they have the character to use it wisely. The person seeking you has been tested and refined. Their wealth is a tool, not their identity. I'm sensing that many of you have been in a period of preparation, though you might not have recognized it as such unusual circumstances. unexpected challenges, sudden inspirations to learn new skills or revisit old passions. These haven't been random, they've been divine preparation, equipping you for this connection that's approaching. Nothing you've experienced has been wasted. Every lesson, every struggle, every triumph has been meaningful. Type prepared if you recognize this season of preparation in your own life. The angels are showing me that for some of you, this connection will come through unexpected channels. It might not arrive in the way you've been anticipating. Be open to surprise. Be willing to say yes to invitations that seem to come from nowhere. Pay attention to new people entering your circle, even if they don't initially seem significant. Divine appointments often come disguised as ordinary moments. The person seeking you might first connect through an intermediary, someone who recognizes the potential synergy between you. I want to speak directly to those of you who have been feeling overlooked and undervalued. Perhaps you've watched others receive opportunities that you felt equally qualified for. Perhaps you've put your heart and soul into work that seemed to go unnoticed. The angels want you to know that true recognition isn't always immediate or obvious. Real value isn't always acknowledged by the masses, but the right eyes have been watching, the right heart has been sensing your worth. And when this connection happens, all those moments of feeling invisible will make sense. Some of you may be wondering what you have to offer someone who already has material wealth and success. Remember that true abundance isn't just financial. You possess riches of a different kind, depth of character, unique insights, creative vision, authentic compassion, spiritual wisdom. These are treasures that cannot be purchased. These are gifts that no amount of money can replicate. And these are precisely the qualities that this young, successful individual has been searching for. Type valuable if you recognize these inner riches within yourself. The angels are emphasizing that this connection will be mutually beneficial. This isn't about someone superior finding someone inferior. This isn't about rescue or charity. This is about complementary energies finding their perfect match. You each possess what the other needs. You each bring essential components to a greater whole. This person may have resources and influence, but you have something equally important, the missing element that transforms potential into fulfillment. I'm seeing that for many of you. This connection will validate ideas you've had for years, but perhaps didn't have the platform or resources to fully develop. Those concepts you've nurtured, those innovations you've imagined, those solutions you've envisioned, they haven't been fantasies, they've been divine downloads, planted in your consciousness for a purpose, and soon you'll meet someone who will instantly recognize their value and have the means to help bring them to life. The timing of this connection is not arbitrary. It's coming at this specific moment because now is when both you and this other person are ready. You've both had to undergo certain experiences, learn certain lessons, develop certain qualities. Divine timing isn't about what we want. It's about what we need. And when we're truly prepared to receive it, trust that the timing of this connection, whenever it manifests, is perfect. Not a moment too soon or too late. Type perfect timing if you're willing to trust this divine schedule. For some of you, I'm sensing that this connection may initially challenge you. It might push you beyond your comfort zone. It might require you to step into a larger version of yourself. Don't be afraid of this growth. The angels never bring. Use opportunities that we aren't capable of rising to meet. You have more strength, more wisdom, more adaptability than you realize. And this connection will help you discover capacities within yourself that have been dormant, waiting for the right catalyst. Now, I want to address something important. This message isn't guaranteeing material wealth or promising that all your problems will instantly disappear. Divine connections aren't about escaping life's challenges. They're about finding the right companions to face those challenges, with the right collaborators to create meaningful solutions, the right partners to share both the difficulties and the triumphs. This connection will bring new possibilities, but it will also bring new responsibilities. I'm being shown that many of you have been through periods of intense isolation, perhaps literally through circumstances that separated you from others, or perhaps emotionally feeling alone, even in crowded rooms, because no one quite understood your perspective. This isolation wasn't punishment, it was protection and preparation. It preserved your unique viewpoint, refined your inner voice, and strengthened your connection to divine guidance. Now that period is coming to its purposeful end. Type connected if you're ready to move from isolation to divine connection. The angels want you to know that when this meeting occurs, you'll feel a sense of recognition that goes beyond the logical or rational. There will be a knowing, a soul-level recognition that transcends ordinary introductions. You might experience déjà vu or a sudden certainty that this person will be significant in your life. Pay attention to these subtle spiritual signals. Your soul knows things that your mind hasn't yet processed. Trust these inner knowings when they arise. I'm seeing that for some of you, this connection will resolve questions you've carried for years about your purpose or direction. It will clarify why certain doors closed while others opened. It will help you understand why you were drawn to develop certain skills or interests that seemed random at the time. The divine never wastes a preparation. Every detour, every delay, every unexpected turn in your path has been leading you toward this divine appointment. Some of you may be wondering if you've already met this person and failed to recognize them. The angels are saying no. When this connection happens, you will know. It won't be subtle or ambiguous. The energy between you will be undeniable. There will be a clarity that cannot be missed. If you're questioning whether a current connection is the one this message describes, then it likely isn't. The divine connection coming will announce itself with certainty. Type clarity if you're ready to recognize this connection when it arrives. For those of you who have experienced betrayal or disappointment from previous connections, the angels understand your hesitation. Trust has been broken before, and you're cautious about opening yourself to new possibilities. This is wisdom, not weakness, but the angels want you to know that past patterns aren't destined to repeat. This connection will be different because you are different. You've learned discernment. You've developed boundaries. You've clarified your values. These hard-earned wisdoms will serve you well. The young, affluent person who's seeking you has also been through their own journey of discernment. They've experienced people who were drawn to their resources rather than their essence. They've learned to recognize authenticity amidst pretense. They've developed the ability to see beyond surfaces to the truth of a person's character. And that's precisely why they'll recognize you, because your authenticity will be unmistakable to someone who has learned to value it above all else. I'm sensing that some of you have been receiving hints about this connection already. Perhaps through dreams that leave lingering impressions, but whose details fade upon waking, perhaps through seemingly random thoughts about new possibilities or directions, perhaps through others mentioning opportunities that seem to appear from nowhere. These aren't coincidences, they're preparation. The angels often prepare us subtly for significant shifts before they manifest fully. Type receiving if you've noticed these subtle hints already appearing in your life. The divine doesn't force connections upon us. We always retain our free will. When this meeting occurs, you'll have a choice about how to respond. The angels encourage you to approach it with openness, tempered by discernment. Be willing to explore possibilities without abandoning your inner wisdom. Listen to what's being proposed while also listening to your own intuition. The right connection will feel both exciting and peaceful simultaneously, a combination of new energy with deep rightness. For many of you, I'm seeing that this connection will involve creative collaboration. There's something waiting to be created through your combined energies and abilities, something that neither of you could manifest alone. This might be a business venture, an artistic project, a movement for positive change, or something entirely unique to your specific gifts. The form is less important than the synergy. What matters is that together you'll create something greater than the sum of its parts. The wealth aspect of this connection isn't about luxury or extravagance. It's about expanded impact. The resources this person brings will allow your combined vision to reach farther, touch more lives, create more positive change than would otherwise be possible. If you've been longing to make a difference but feeling limited by practical constraints, this connection will open new possibilities for meaningful contribution. Type impact if making a difference in the world matters deeply to you. I want to speak specifically to those of you who have felt economically restricted or financially burdened. The angels understand the very real challenges of material limitation. They see how financial stress has affected your ability to fully express your gifts or pursue your calling. This connection isn't a substitute for your own financial wisdom and effort, but it does represent a divinely orchestrated opportunity for expanded resources to support your authentic purpose. Your value isn't determined by your economic status. It never has been. Some of you might be concerned about power imbalances. In a connection where one person brings financial resources and the other brings different kinds of value, this is a wise consideration. The angels want you to know that true divine connections are based on mutual respect and recognition of each person's essential worth. The right connection will feel balanced, not because the external circumstances are identical, but because the internal recognition of value is equal. You'll feel seen, not used, appreciated, not exploited. I'm sensing that many of you have gifts that require certain conditions to fully flourish, perhaps quiet for deep thinking, perhaps resources for research or development, perhaps freedom from financial pressure to allow creative exploration. The divine sees these needs not as weaknesses, but as the natural requirements of your particular gifts. Just as different plants need different growing conditions, different souls need different environments to thrive. This connection will help create the conditions in which your unique gifts can fully bloom. Type flourishing if you long for the right conditions to express your full potential. The angels are showing me that for some of you, this connection will initially appear in a form different from what you expect. It might begin as a mentorship, a friendship, a casual professional relationship, or even a seemingly chance encounter. Don't dismiss connections because they don't immediately match your expectations of how this divine appointment should look. The most significant relationships often begin in humble or ordinary ways before revealing their true importance. There's something important about the youth aspect of this message. The person seeking you brings not just financial resources, but also energy, fresh perspective, and innovative thinking. They represent new approaches and possibilities there. Youth isn't about physical age as much as it's about an openness to new paradigms and willingness to challenge established ways of doing things. This energy will complement your wisdom and experience, creating a powerful synergy between innovation and depth for those who have felt that their best opportunities have passed them by. The angels want you to know that divine timing doesn't conform to human expectations of when things should happen. Some souls bloom early, others in mid-season, and still others reach their fullest expression in what the world considers later seasons of life. Your timing isn't wrong. It's precisely calibrated to your unique purpose and path. This connection is coming at exactly the right moment for your specific journey. Type divine timing if you're willing to release human timelines and trust. Divine orchestration. I'm seeing that many of you have been developing patience through circumstances that seemed to delay your progress or fulfillment. This quality, the ability to persist with grace through waiting seasons, will serve you powerfully in this new connection. The person seeking you will value your steadfastness, your ability to remain committed to vision even when results aren't immediate. This quality is rare in a world obsessed with instant gratification, and it will distinguish you as someone who can be trusted with significant opportunities. The angels want you to know that you don't need to change who you are to be worthy of. This connection, you don't need to become more polished, more accomplished, more impressive, or more anything. It's your authentic essence that is being sought, not some enhanced or improved version of yourself. In fact, any attempts to present yourself as something other than who you truly are would work against divine recognition. The right connection will value you exactly as you are. Type authentic if you're committed to bringing your true self to this divine appointment. For those wondering about practical preparation, the angels suggest focusing on clarity rather than striving. Take time to become clearer about what matters most to you. What are your core values? What contributions do you most want to make? What legacy do you wish to create? This internal clarity will help you recognize resonant opportunities when they appear and distinguish them from distractions that might look appealing but don't align with your authentic path. I'm sensing that some of you have been through recent experiences of rejection or doors closing unexpectedly. These might have felt like setbacks or failures at the time, but the angels want you to recognize them as divine protection and redirection. Those closed doors weren't denials. They were redirections toward this coming connection. Sometimes what seems like rejection is actually selection, being carefully guided away from what isn't aligned so you can be available for what is. Type redirected if you can see how certain closures in your life have actually been preparing you for something better. The angels are emphasizing that this connection will feel like recognition rather than discovery. It won't be about someone seeing potential in you that needs development. It will be about someone finally seeing what has always been there, fully formed and waiting for the right recognition. The difference is subtle but significant. You aren't a project to be developed. You're a treasure to be recognized. The right connection will understand this distinction immediately. For those who worry about being taken advantage of or having your ideas appropriated without proper credit, the angels understand this concern. Many sensitive, creative souls have experienced their contributions being overlooked or claimed by others. The person seeking you has integrity at their core. They understand the importance of honoring sources and giving credit where it's due. Their success hasn't come at others' expense, and they don't operate from scarcity thinking that needs to claim others' contributions as their own. Type integrity. If you're attracting connections that honor your contributions, I'm seeing that. For many of you, this connection will involve bringing hidden things to light, ideas that have remained private, talents that have been exercised only in solitude, wisdom that has been gained through private struggles. There's a transition coming from private development to public expression. This doesn't mean everyone will suddenly know your business. It means that what you've been cultivating in secret is about to find its appropriate audience and application. The angels want you to know that you've been protected during your preparation phase. The delays that sometimes frustrated you were actually preserving you for the right connection at the right time. If certain opportunities or relationships had manifested earlier, they might have diverted you from your true path or depleted resources meant for your actual purpose. Divine protection sometimes looks like delay or denial, but its true nature is loving preservation. Type protected. If you can sense how certain delays in your life have actually been divine protection for those who have felt misunderstood by family, colleagues, or your immediate community, the angels want you to know that this has been a crucible forming your unique perspective. The experience of not being fully seen or understood has given you insights and empathy that others don't possess. It has preserved your original thinking from being overly influenced by conventional wisdom, and it has prepared you to especially value genuine recognition when it arrives. The connection coming will offer that genuine recognition you've longed for. I'm sensing that many of you have questions about timing. When will this connection manifest? The angels rarely provide exact time frames because human time and divine timing operate differently. What they do say is that certain preparations need to be completed, both within you and within the person seeking you. These preparations are well underway. For some, this connection will manifest surprisingly quickly. For others, there are still important pieces being aligned. Trust that when all elements are in divine order, the connection will occur naturally and undeniably. Type surrendered. If you're willing to trust divine timing without needing to control when or how this connection manifests, the angels want you to know that while this connection will bring new opportunities and possibly material benefits, its true value goes far beyond the tangible or visible. The most significant gifts will be recognition, validation, and the joy of genuine collaboration with someone who sees and values your unique contribution. The external results matter less than this core experience of being truly seen and appreciated for exactly who you are and what you bring. This soul-level recognition is the true treasure of the connection coming your way. As we draw toward the close of this message, I want to invite you to release any lingering doubts about your worthiness for significant connection. The divine doesn't make mistakes in its orchestrations. You wouldn't be receiving this message if it wasn't meant for you. You wouldn't feel the resonance of these words if they weren't speaking to your specific situation. Trust the divine. Recognition that brought you to this moment, and trust that same divine recognition to bring the right connection at the perfect time. Type "worthy" in the comments as a declaration of your readiness to receive what's divinely intended for you. Remember that you are not alone in this journey of preparation and anticipation. The angels surround you, guiding each step, removing obstacles, creating pathways, whispering encouragement when doubts arise, and the person who's seeking you is also being divinely guided, even if they don't recognize it as such. Two paths are being lovingly directed toward a powerful intersection. Trust the process. Trust the timing. Trust the divine orchestration that knows exactly what's needed and when. Before we part today, I want to remind you of something essential. Regardless of when this divine connection manifests in your life, you are already complete in your essence. The connection coming will complement your gifts and expand your impact, but it doesn't define your worth or determine your value. You are already a divine creation of immeasurable worth. This truth remains unchanged, whether external recognition arrives tomorrow or further in your journey. Type "complete" if you acknowledge your inherent wholeness even as you remain open to divine connection. Thank you for allowing me to share this angelic message with you today. I believe with all my heart that it will manifest in divine perfection for each person meant to receive it. Until we meet again in this sacred space, may you walk in the certainty of divine guidance. May you recognize the value of your unique gifts, and may you remain open to the extraordinary connections being orchestrated specifically for you. The angels are watching over every detail, and nothing, absolutely nothing, that's divinely intended for you will miss its appointment. With your life, be blessed, be at peace, and be expectant. Your divine connection is on its way. Thank you for watching.